Good morning, everyone. Wow, that's a pretty nice speaker system. I might be able to actually get the attention of people in the back without a whole lot of effort. That's remarkable. So good morning on this beautiful winter day in New Mexico. And it is a beautiful winter day. How many of you hung your coats up versus leaving them in your vehicle? You know, I left mine in my vehicle, so I had a couple of minutes of pain when that wind hit me and I hit the shade coming into the building. But you know, I'm enjoying watching the birds eat the birdseed in my backyard while they, search for food on a cold winter day. And it just reminds me of how beautiful this place is, how beautiful New Mexico is. So good morning, everyone. I'm Garnett Stokes, president of the University of New Mexico. It's my pleasure to welcome you to the University of New Mexico Business and Economic Summit. We're delighted to have you here. We're looking forward to spending the day envisioning New Mexico's future entrepreneurial economy. Because we're working together, that future is certain to be bright. And I do know how important it is that we are all working together. We know that entrepreneurial endeavors are crucial for supporting job growth, not just in New Mexico, but across the nation. The more we can support our entrepreneurs and innovators, the better the outcomes for communities in every single region of our country. Let's start by looking at some numbers and trends. A 2022 report by the U.S. Business Administration Office of Advocacy showed that small businesses had generated 12.9 million net new jobs nationwide over the last 25 years. And that's despite the recession and the pandemic, which saw jobs being shed at record levels. What this means is that small businesses have accounted for 66% of employment growth over the last 25 years, highlighting just how important local entrepreneurs and startup companies are and how they serve our community. Closer to home, here at the University of New Mexico, we have seen more than 160 startups formed since we founded Rainforest Innovations in the mid-1990s. These startups are based on technologies developed and cultivated at UNM, truly homegrown companies in every sense of the word. And of these 160 startups, more than half are still in business and active today. 49 of them, in fact, are active right here in New Mexico. Clearly, startup companies are vital to the continued health of our entrepreneurial ecosystem. Here at UNM, we provide ongoing encouragement and support through entrepreneurial training and regular mentor office hours at UNM Rainforest Innovations for our students and also for our community members. We also know that innovation isn't an urban phenomenon. That's why we're working hard to reach some of the communities that need our assistance and resources the most. For this reason, I'm proud that Rainforest Innovations was awarded a New Mexico Tribal Entrepreneurship Grant to create broader opportunity and mitigate the barriers that impact tribal entrepreneurs. We also host Innovate New Mexico every year to bring together the state's seven four-year institutions to highlight the newest research and developments coming out of New Mexico's leaders in innovation. There's also this event, our Business and Economic Summit, where we bring together state leaders in government, in business, finance, and innovation to assess where we are and where it is that we want to go. This is the 6th time we've welcomed all of you to such a summit. And in fact, we're going to keep right on serving as your host for years to come. And of course, we're constantly striving to further our reach and improve our programs through collaboration, mentorship, and by continuously challenging the status quo, as I was having a conversation about with someone earlier this morning. That does bring me then to one last bit of exciting news. We are thrilled to report that the Association of Public and Land-Grant Universities, called APLU, has extended UNM's designation as an Innovation and Economic Prosperity University. This IEP designation program recognizes institutions that are exemplary in their institution-wide commitment to regional economic engagement. It also helps higher education institutions strengthen their strategies and practices in economic and community development. UNM first received this designation in 2015. And in 2018, we were the winner of the IEP Place Award for exemplary initiatives in creating, well, you're looking at it, Lobo Rainforest Building at Innovate ABQ. The structure was developed thoughtfully and deliberately, reflecting the idea that a human ecosystem is like a rainforest in which creativity, business acumen, scientific discovery, investment capital, and other elements work together to nurture budding ideas so they can grow into flourishing and sustainable enterprises. That includes getting together for gatherings like this one, where we can openly discuss and share ideas about New Mexico's economy and entrepreneurial ecosystem. And so I want to thank you all for coming to the Lobo Rainforest Building and attending today's summit. You've got a terrific day of panels and speakers ahead of you, and I encourage you to discuss, share, and listen to each other as you take on the task of shaping our state's entrepreneurial future. Again, thank you. It's now my pleasure to bring to the stage Howie Morales, our Lieutenant Governor of the great state of New Mexico. Howie is a former public school educator and one of New Mexico's longest serving volunteers in the Big Brothers Big Sisters program. He served in the New Mexico legislature on the Legislative Finance Committee for 11 years and was elected Lieutenant Governor in 2018. He also participates in the National Council of State Governments, serving as co-chair of its Fiscal Health Subcommittee. He's fought for more investments in quality after-school learning and early childhood education and strives to better this community through policy changes for students and for educators. We are truly honored to have him with us today. Please welcome to the stage our Lieutenant Governor of New Mexico, Mr. Howie Morales.
Well, good morning. Happy New Year. It's so good to be here. This is actually my first public event in the new year, so it's good to always be here at Rainforest. It's hard to believe that it's already been a year since we met last year and had wonderful discussions, so it is a special day. On behalf of Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham and myself and our entire cabinet, we're just grateful for the culmination of each of you that have come together. It's exciting. The governor would have been here today, but it is the first Tuesday of the year where we meet with our cabinet. So she's doing cabinet right now. Had no problem coming in. I enjoy being here, especially because I'll be part of the panel. I'll moderate a panel at noon, so why not have the opportunity to see you twice? So thank you for that. It is a special day and somewhat of a homecoming day for me too, because as we traveled all around the state and we went to different communities, I had an opportunity to travel with who oversees the Office of Entrepreneurship, Nora Myers-Sackett. I don't know where Nora is. Thank you so much for joining us and the work that EDD does with us, so it's good to be here with you. It's also a special day for me because it's January 9th. January 9th is my son's 12th birthday, so I brought him up here from Silver City. He did miss school, but I think it's a pretty special day, especially because when we're done, he wants to go see Wonka, so can't miss that on 12th birthday. We're excited for the opportunities here. As I shared just a year ago, when we were here and some of the discussions that we had is what if? What if we can look at things from different views, different lenses? What if we can do things just a bit different? And what results can we get? And you guys have done that. As I mentioned, the Office of Entrepreneurship was one of the key goals that was wanted to be brought forward from this organization, from this group, from the dialogue, and that became a reality. And I want to say congratulations to UNM, to the president for the designation that's been extended. I think that's wonderful news because that shows the progress that continues to move forward. As we look and see where we're at and what we need to do, we cannot do this alone in government. We know that. The public-private partnership is so key, and I can always remember my early years as a state senator in 2008 when I came in. Then at the time, State Senator Kent Cravens, who many of you know, had made a comment when he went on the Senate floor, and he said, government doesn't create jobs. It creates an environment for jobs to grow. And I never forgot that, and that's exactly what today is an example of. That environment that continues to grow so we can continue to provide those jobs all across the state of New Mexico. I know for us as an administration, there's some key elements that we've really tried to work on to create that environment. And me as an educator, making sure that we can provide any opportunities for education is absolutely key. But it goes beyond that. So under Governor Michelle Lujan Grisham and our administration, we see now that we have basically universal early childcare. And I think that's significant because when you look and see those individuals that want to go to work, those parents that want to make sure the children are safe, that we have high quality universal care that's going to be there for them. We've also seen the impact that's taken place when we've expanded the opportunity for higher education with the Opportunity Scholarship to build on the lottery scholarship, but not forgetting the importance of the trades and the skills and those that are necessary when we see so many capital outlay dollars that are coming in. I can recall as that state senator back in 2010 when we hit the national recession and we had to make huge cuts. We had to go through and really make some decisions that were hard because people were losing their jobs. We had to cut agencies. We had to cut personnel, which we still are working to fill some of those vacancies. And those have had a tremendous impact. And I see my good friend Ernie Tabaka back there. You remember those days. You remember being up there walking the halls and the tension that was there. We were at 0% reserves. Today, we see the impact of where we're at right now at 34% reserves. From a $6 billion budget back then to now nearly a $13 billion potential budget. LFC has presented some of their budget plans as well as our administration. And the best investment that we can do is through the lenses that you're looking at, through the lenses that say, how can we have change that's going to be generational? So today, when you go in and you listen to the different panels, you're going to be hearing from governmental leaders. You're going to be hearing from researchers. You're going to be hearing from voices from higher education, from the healthcare aspect of it. And these opportunities of ideas that come in that really lend itself to the potential of what if, to give us the results and continue to move forward as we've seen with the Office of Entrepreneurship. So when we look and we talk, not only are we going to try to come up with ideas, but we'll come up with action. And I think that that is most significant of this amazing group, our industry leaders, our government leaders, our educational leaders, all coming together with the opportunity to better enhance this state that we call home. So thank you for the opportunity to welcome you. Look forward to the discussion today. And I, again, appreciate all the work that you guys do. And I do encourage you, if you can get up to Santa Fe during the legislative session, please do so because your advocacy truly does matter. Thank you.